Okay, if you're tuning in, then I am working on food facts, and that is our Wednesday assignment. So I know some of you may have forgotten how to divide with decimals, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of examples. So when we're looking at this, I'm going to go ahead and give my title, Food Facts, and I'm going to go ahead and start with A. And A is $16. And we're dividing by 5. So the very first thing that I want to do is I want to pop up the decimal. And then I want to think about groups of 5. So if I don't know my groups of 5, I'm going to make my top-bottom chart first. T, B. And one group of 5 is 5, 2 groups is 10, 3 groups is 15, 4 groups is 20, 5 groups is 25, 6 groups is 30, 7 groups is 35, 8 groups is 40, and 9 groups is 45. So now that I've got my top bottom, I can think to myself, how many groups of 5 are in the number 1? And so that would be 0. How many groups of 5 are in the number 16? So I'm thinking to myself, 3. So 3 goes on top, while the number 15 goes on bottom. Now that I've just divided, I'm going to subtract. 16 minus 15 is 1. And the very next thing I would do would be to bring down. So I start this process all over again, asking myself how many groups of 5 are in the number 10. And so I go over here and I look, and the number on top would be 2. 2 groups of 5 is 10. And 10 minus 10 is 0. I bring down my final 0 to close this out, and I ask myself how many groups of 5 are in 0, and there are 0 groups, and 0 times 5 is going to give me 0. So now that I've completed this, I'm going to go back over to my paper, and I'm going to write my answer, $3.20. All right, let's go ahead and move on to question B. So question B is $67.20, and we're dividing by the number 6. And since we're dividing by the number 6, I'm going to make my top-bottom chart for the number 6. So TB, one group of 6 is 6, 2 groups is 12, 3 groups is 18, 4 groups is 24, 5 groups is 30, 6 groups is 36, 7 groups is 42, and 8 groups would be 48, while 9 groups is 54. Okay? Now the very first thing that I'd want to do is to pop up my decimal. So I'm going to pop up the decimal here. And I have how many groups of 6 are in the number 6. So when I go over to this thing, I can see that I have one group. One group of 6 is going to give me 6. And 6 minus 6 will give me 0. I'm going to bring down the next number, 7. And I ask myself how many groups of 6 are in the number 7. And there's one group. One group of 6 will still give me 6. And the 7 minus 6 is 1. Bring down the next number, which happens to be 2. So I'm going to go and see how many groups of 6 will get me to 12. And that number would be 2. 2 goes on top. 2 groups of 6 is 12. And 12 minus 12 is 0. Bring down your final 0 to close this out. How many groups of 6 are in 0? Well, there's 0. 0 goes on top. 0 times 6 is 0. And 0 minus 0 is 0. So my final answer is 11.20. 11 and 20 cents.